We're shaking, people. Back with another reaction, back with some more Bad Religion, and we're going back to Tested, the live album, though I have to point out, I just noticed something. I've been repeatedly saying, I haven't reacted to this in a while, but I have reacted to several tracks from the album, which is a combination of sort of like non-album tracks, like B-sides essentially, or like EP material, mixed with about, I think it's like 12 songs from a concert series they did in Germany in 1996. But yeah, I pointed out, or I'm going to point out, it says 1996 on the disc, right? Well, it says copyright and produced 1997, Epitaph Records on the back. So I like the tour was in 96, but it's, you know, this is all copyrighted in 97. So little quirk of chronology there. In any case, we're going to listen to part 3. Way back when I first started this newer channel, I reacted to part 3 pretty early on. It's a tune on their 8085 compilation. I believe it's from their first album, How Could Hell Be Any Worse. It could be on one of their EPs or what is technically their third album, Back to the Known. For many fans, like their second real album. Into the Unknown is, you know, I think universally, even among the band, sort of disregarded and ignored. It was sort of like an idea to like, hey, let's do a progressive rock record. Didn't really catch on. In any case, this is from 8085, which is the way I encountered it. It's a compilation CD. I believe it was released 91. I started listening to Bad Religion, I'd say like 94, 95 at the latest. So yeah, I got it a couple years later. But bottom line, part 3, I really do enjoy it. It's like another song that I think speaks to the early songwriting style. It's sort of like general. It's like a statement about humanity, why they cross oceans for avarice, and you know, they sort of make these bombs that, you know, blow up societies and lead to, you know, widows and crying children and so on. It's just, you know, it's a sort of withering assessment of humans and what we do throughout history right up into the present, as they were writing in the very early 80s as teenagers and you know, people in their early 20s, because I think, you know, their first album they were still teenagers, and indeed I think they started the band when they were still in high school. In any case, I did react to part 3 already, and when I did that, someone pointed out that it's actually a Bentley song, which I didn't know at the time. I would have, for all the world, thought it was a Graffin song, but it is in fact apparently a Jay Bentley tune. In any case, this is the live version from the Tested, I think, tour. I don't know if the tour was called Tested or if just the album is. But either way, this is from a live performance in Germany in 1996.
It's a tune on there called Part 3.
I mean, you can tell he wrote it, right? The bass is so prominent in this track. Come on. Edgier than the original. But very similar to the original though.
Say when a mistake is made.
love this tune. This is like, it's even better than the studio version. Which, you know, in a way it makes sense. It's more than a decade later, you know, they've been playing together for longer, sort of polished their sound again, by the time you get to Suffer in '88, it sounds much more, again, polished and sort of like focused compared to the material that now comprises '80-'85. Again, their first two studio albums, like, well, the first and third studio albums and an EP as well. But yeah, bottom line, I do love that track, and I think that is a really great performance. And I think, you know, the bass sounds amazing on the original. It's a bit like overblown in the original. It's fantastic, but it's like really sort of like deep and heavy. Here, I think it, like, you know, the mixing of the track was better, so that it sounds heavy and great, but it's not sort of like overheated. But yeah, bottom line, I really do love that tune, always have. You know, '80-'85 was a revelation when I got it. I already had heard the first few albums, I think up to Generator. But yeah, when I heard that, it was like, holy crap, they have this like early '80s style, like on these, you know, earlier tunes, because it felt definitely different, a bit muddier, but like in a good way. I guess, you know, in the world of techno, if you call a track muddy, it's like, you know, those are fighting words. But I mean it like a rawer sound, rawer. But yeah, bottom line, I was very impressed when I got that compilation, because it was like, oh damn, well, I like the sound they're doing now, like, even better, but like, it's cool that they had this like really early kind of almost like garage punk sort of sound. So in any case, let me know what you think of the tune. I will see you next time. Peace.